Welcome back, race fans. It's the guys up in the booth, Ninth Gear Broadcasting. Luke joined alongside Kevin out here, as always, and we are back on this foggy Wednesday afternoon out here, Kevin, in the Daytona series, or in Daytona, with the MMS 20 series, and you're in the trucks tonight, Kevin. How are we doing this afternoon?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Luke, and I think this is going to be a super fun one. It's Daytona trucks. I mean, it's the oldest combo in the book. We've been calling it forever, and we're here with a Little Dog Big Dog series where we've seen a lot of excitement so far. We saw Daniel Foggingham get the win last week. We saw Logan York get the win the week before. They're both locked their teams into the playoffs, but that leaves 10 teams not locked into the playoffs and out here looking to make their chance at locking in early. So I think it's going to be a super exciting one.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, Kevin. And we got a quite lengthy field out here tonight, so already got you the grid sent your way if you want to go and get that thing rolling.
Yeah, how about on your poll tonight? It was a little bit different. We had an open qualifying, a little bit of a technical difficulty, but they made it work, and it's going to be Brian Hennings being pushed by Malik Ray to get themselves a 1-2 on the grid out here, taking up the front row. And third is going to be Brock Westmoreland. Fourth is going to be Garrett Maines. Your third row is going to be Corey Wright and Casey Sprinkle. Fourth row is going to be Jared Haynes and Cameron Craighead. Fifth row is going to be Jeff Merck and Chase Mastretta. Sixth row is going to be Trevor Asbernoff and Joe Huerta. Seventh row is going to be Axel Smith and Nathan Harper. Sean Wiggins and Josh McCullough. Mike Davenport and Richard Elliott. Danny Barnes and David Flanagan. Mark Vondell and Michael Wingo. Previous race winner Daniel Falkingham and Stephen Miles. Freddie Bassendez and Kyler Wynn. Kenny Reel and Austin Green. John Ward and Christopher McCullough. And rounding out your 32-car field, it's going to be Kenny McCullough and Michael Barksdale.
Did I hear that right? A 32-car field out here on the afternoon. You know, I know we got a couple little laps out there. The fog isn't really going to affect the drivers as much as we're seeing right now, but the fog is definitely there.
Yeah, definitely a gloomy day to be racing here at Daytona. The sun is not out.
No doubt. Daniel Falkingham looking for the repeat out here, sitting back in 23rd place. A little bit of strategy, wanted to start a little further from the back. Brian Hennings, Billy Craig, lead to start this thing. Lights are off the pace truck, and we're going to get ready to get this thing rolling. Pace truck's in.
Pace truck comes on in, and we're going to be going green here for 60 laps of fun at Daytona. Green, green, green. A good jump by that outside line, keeping it right there. The inside line led by Brian Hennings is Malik Ray. And they're two-file all the way through, going up through the gears here for the first time. Yep, I was going to say, we should probably steer clear of that camera. Down though in front of Brian Hennings. They work together well in qualifying. See if they can do the same here in race. It's going to leave Garrett Maines the control on the top side though. It seems like they're kind of falling apart a little bit as Malik Ray comes and gives them a little bit of help to get reconnected. Side by side is still Brian Hennings and Malik Ray.
We're not seeing anything on that third line yet. I don't imagine we will here for a couple more laps. No real need to. I think everyone's just trying to get settled into this thing. We got 60 laps to go. But, you got any read on the fuel situation tonight, Kevin?
I do not, Luke. I can try to figure it out, but in the meantime, I'm hearing some jittering problems with Malik Ray's internet perchance, so They're being a little careful on that top line, I'd assume, with the inside now getting some momentum and speed going. But how about that third line starting towards the back? Do you think that's going to be a factor tonight?
I was just about to say, Kevin, you're going to have to take back what you just said now. I don't know which high line you're talking about.
Oh!
Got 3 and oh boy. They're bumping around early. The transfers are trying to be made. A little choppy there. We still have a driver below the line there. He's going to plow back on the track. Trying to make things work here early.
Yeah, and that's going to be Cameron Craighead coming up and blocking the top line and getting them all really squirrely. And in turn, they're going to all go down to that second line and leave Craighead on the top. No one to work with him for a few more rows. They're trying to catch him up and give him a push now, but he lost a lot of spots on that maneuver.
Yeah, that he did. Now really reset that third. Really good work to get things going again to get some speed going.
Axel Smith going to have to drop to the back.
Blake Ray transfers down to the far inside line. Starting to get some momentum again.
Yeah, and Craighead has stayed strong to it in the 33 car, but now you're seeing the 67 come up and try to help him out a little bit.
Third line's caught up here. Now in contention for the lead. Led by Cameron Craighead on the third line. Long Casey Sprinkle. Believe making that transfer up there.
Yeah, and that's going to be a good transfer because he is moving to the front now. He's going to be side by side with Hennings and Hennings and Ray. All three lines now working in stride, working at about the same pace, and this is where things get interesting.
Right now, Kevin, who you got your money on in this three-line scenario right now?
I mean, it looks like when it can form, nothing's beating that top line. Oh, we see one go up into the wall and scrape it quite a bit. I'm gonna try to get a read on who that is.
It's gonna be Michael Wingo. Now severely off pace. He's gonna come down below. Thought about coming down below the yellow. Oh, yeah, the rest of the field is still racing up here in the front. That third line has.
Yeah, and, you know, third line kind of just started to fall apart a little bit. I mean, they're still up there, but they were running with the leaders, and we just see three cars up there right now kind of working together, but not working very tight, and I don't think it's going to work as dominantly as we would have expected when it had those 5 or 6 cars all working together.
You know, Kevin, I hate to go against what you just said, but of course going down that back straightaway, Casey Sprinkle like a shot out of the can comes up.
Yeah, and I imagine that's a temperature thing. Some of these guys trying to cool off. But the 33 car of Cameron Craighead found some cool air, and he was able to get Casey Sprinkle up there. Not clear though, as it's going to be Brian Hennings controlling the lines out here.
He's currently running the lead about second. Transfers down to the inside.
And the lights just came on, Luke, here at Daytona, so that might help a little bit.
And one can only hope. There's now officially Daytona night race.
And people have tried, Luke, but it's been Malik Ray and Brian Hennings holding that front row all race so far, all 10 laps. Casey Sprinkle really trying on that third line to get something going, and as Malik goes to the inside, that's going to slow those lines down a little bit, and it's going to be Garrett Maines now shooting through the sandwich line. Oh, and Casey Sprinkle! He got into the quarter panel there, but able to save it. He got into Freddie Bassinez a little bit, but they're all able to sort it out.
Check up there, Nathan Harper. Barely avoiding him as he was pulling back severely off speed. Still green.
Yeah, and that was a big netcode incident between Joe Huerta and Casey Sprinkle. Just went back and took a look at it. Casey Sprinkle kind of got into Freddie Bassinez after getting netcoded by Joe Huerta on his back quarter panel. So, good thing they're all able to sort it out, but definitely not a great look for Sprinkle as he's going to lose spots fast out here. But that's going to leave Malik Ray to push around Garrett Maines and Brian Hennings to push him as they're single file for the first three.
Third line. Somebody else if they want to really catch up there to that front row. Trying to get as much side draft off of that second line as they can, though. Inside line, though, definitely has to be a
Yeah, no, when you say that Freddie Bassinez is going to get a good run, Garrett Maines going to come up to block it, drop back down. A good move for Maines as he's going to kill the run of Freddie Bassinez.
Controlling the race up there right in the front, blocking off the lines, and just sitting in a good position right now.
Yeah, and another thing to mention is the wrecks can never happen in front of you if you're in first place, so him controlling these lines, staying out with, clear track in front of him is definitely a good feeling.
Yeah, no doubt, definitely gives you a little bit of room to breathe on one hand, but then again, one wrong move and you can have a couple angry drivers run.
Garrett Maines drops to the bottom, though, and the run on the top side is crazy. Freddie Bassinez pushed by Kyler Wynn. They are moving.
That they are. Back down to 2 wide. Chick-fil-A car. Big Chick-fil-A guy, Kevin?
I am a big Chick-fil-A guy.
Go-to order.
What'd you say?
So what's the go-to order?
Oh, dude, I'm getting the 12-piece nugget with the Chick-fil-A sauce, a large fry, and a lemonade. Oh, and they're wrecking. A couple of them went down into the infield. Try to get a read on who that was. Chase Mastretta with some severe damage as he went into the pits after getting involved in an incident with Kenny McCullough. But the pits are starting, Luke. They're all talking about pitting. We're seeing hands out the window. So it's starting out here.
cycle in, and here they come. Field
Fanning
making their
out
way
4
in.
wide into
Ooh,
the
a couple
pits. We're
brakes
seeing
lock
some
up, a couple
lockups.
slides. Oh, boy.
Oh!
Oh, bumping
Freddie,
around.
well, great save by Freddie Bassinez to keep it
Man,
straight as
look
somebody
at
got
that.
into his right rear.
And you know,
Oh, and carnage.
wow. And I mean, this is one of the great things about a green flag pit stop, Kevin. I mean, it truly makes the race interesting, in my opinion. It really mixes things up.
Yeah, and the best exit here is going to be Daniel Falkingham, Nathan Harper getting in good, and Garrett Maines getting in and out pretty quickly. They're all right next to each other.
The rest of the guys fanning out to catch up. Those front three, Falkingham, Harper, and Maines, they got it down to a science as they are bumper to bumper all the way out of pit road.
Yeah, Kyler Wynn, Chris McCullough, Austin Green, not far behind. Maybe just a tenth out of the draft of the front group right now, but definitely not in a bad position.
Just looking at the map up there on the top right, you see how spread out the pit situation can make it for some of these people. I mean, a wrong move going into it or getting involved in something on the way out of it can really affect your pace off the leaders.
Here comes that second group I was just talking about, sitting 8/10ths back. They pulled together, they got the draft. They're going to try to make a move. Kyler Wynn and Christopher McCullough heading to the outside of Garrett Maines and company. There's a lot of bridging going on that's going to help a lot of these guys stay in the draft. Color comes down. Real stays up. Austin Green goes, or not Real. Wynn stays up, and Austin Green comes up. Try to see if there's anything going on the top side there. A little bit of lap traffic here and make things scary, but they're able to hold it as both lap cars are going to stay on that third line.
Too wide, Garrett Maines and Daniel Falkingham for the lead. Maines clears. Kyler Wynn now in the lead of that second line.
Yeah, and it looks like from the way things are bridged back, 13 cars are going to be in that lead pack all the way from Maines to Bassinez. And then about a second back after that's going to be David Flanagan all the way back to Kenny Real in 21st. That's going to be another group. And then after that, I mean, everyone's spread out 9, 15 plus seconds back. So, seems like we got about 21 cars here still in contention if this thing were to stay green. It really seems like one pack. It doesn't seem like it's two separate packs that much because they're all staying at the very edge of each other's draft. Oh! Huge checkups. As Austin Green was just about completely sideways, an issue with his car now as he's rubbing the wall hard, trying to stay in the draft.
He's fading fast, Kevin.
Yeah.
Everyone trying to maneuver around him as he is very off speed.
Very odd. It almost looks like it looked like a center push from Malik Ray, but I'm sure it doesn't feel the same way to Austin Green.
Oh, and we're bumping around hard. Hulkham's in the grass, trying to make his way back up onto the track, and we're still stuffed out 3 wide. Everyone's shaking around, bumping around, and things got really scary there. It's still
and here they go again.
Shit, here we go.
One thing for sure.
Oh!
Everybody on the racetrack will
Jeff Mark goes around and the field crumbles behind.
We see a bumper flying across the air. Heard my spotter that I forgot to turn off, yelling about a wreck. I think we just saw the first big incident out here of the afternoon, and we see a bumper just springing across the grass.
Yeah, and this one all starts with Kyler Wynn going high and the 7 car kind of just trying to fit his nose in there. Nathan Harper. And they all got loose from there, and then a couple hundred yards down the track, this happens. Yeah, and that seems to be a little case of Nathan Harper thinking Kyler Wynn overshot it, going super high on the transfer up, trying to split it, and just not there. And then the second incident, obviously, we saw with Jeff Merck once they were all spread out. A lot of cars involved in this one.
Here comes the pit cycles once again, Kevin. Everyone coming in to get some fuel topping off. Probably some repairs for the folks that were involved in that one. Stop and go for most of the guys out here. Just a little touch up, but it'll be a little longer for some of the others. Remains feel like we're saying his name a lot out here. He's still going to be leading this thing off of our first restart of the race. Malik Ray is going to be on his door. About a little interview.
Yeah, I was looking to see who we can get in here. Let's get Jeff Merck in here, as he was obviously the guy that got turned sideways there. Got some serious damage at the eye of the wreck, but has his fast repair and he's come out with a clean car. Let's see what he's got to say. Hey Jeff, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, man, I got a copy. What's up?
Hey, man, we just wanted to talk you through that incident and, see how your car's feeling, see how you're feeling. It kind of seemed like it started hundreds of yards before it actually happened, the checking
Yeah.
and the catching, and maybe not checking enough when the runs were happening after the initial incident. You want to talk us through what happened there?
Well, according to what Brian was just saying, he said he was trying to stay ahead to stay the lucky dog, I guess, and drove through me. So I was like, if you're trying to get the lucky dog, why are you up here? So, yeah. So I understand what he's trying to do and what he's trying to get done, but yeah,
Absolutely.
sometimes you gotta let cooler heads prevail. He said he saw it, but he was trying to stay ahead of somebody to get the lucky dog. I get it, hard racing, but sometimes you have to. I don't
Well,
know.
yeah. Well, the
It's
good
what it
news
is
is,
sometimes.
yeah, the good news
Fast
is here you got a
repair.
fast repair, and I'm going to assume you used it. And what do you got to do to get your car back into a winning contention out here?
Right now, I think it's just take care of the car until later in the race where I can get up there and actually race for something instead of just kind of riding around in the back, you know. But we'll see what happens if we get a good run and can get up front and stay up front. I'd prefer to be up there, but we might have to stay back here and ride and take care of the car for a couple laps.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate your time. Good luck on the rest of the race out here, Jeff.
I appreciate it.
That was Jeff Merck riding very good in the top 5 before getting involved in that one. Still in the lead lap with a clean car, though, Luke. What type of strategy do you start playing here if you got a car that's kind of you got your clean car, but you're out of fast repairs, and it's a scrappy race.
I mean, we'll go and call the restart here real quick. Going across that, go restart.
Ready, green.
Here we are once again. But in my opinion, Kevin, I mean, if you're settling back there near the back, rush off the incident like that, you're just trying to keep the car alive and just hold on to it. I think staying back and just staying out of the way really is especially when you have considerable length of race left. Any single, well, I mean, you said it's already scrappy, so I mean, in my opinion, just kind of hang it back in the back and trying to just stay out of the way to keep things safe is the best way to go in my opinion.
Absolutely. Not only that, but they have another pit stop ahead of them. So I mean, anything can play out here with as much racing as we have in front of us. So Jeff Merck's day definitely not over.
Were you guys unable to hear? Wide out here. Garrett Main, John Ward, and David Flanagan. Buckingham loosed on the third line. He's up for the goal.
What a save, though. What a save. Seems like everyone was able to check on that one pretty well.
And that's gonna
Yeah, losing spots very fast, and that's going to give the race lead now to David Flanagan.
This any better?
Check.
Angles turned down for some
better. It can still be louder. Flanagan still leading this one though. Malik Rams outside. How about Ward and Sprinkle on the second line of Dagger Pros? Casey Sprinkle had a little trouble early in the race, and he's made his way all the way back to the front.
Yellow.
Oh, and we're wrecking heavy back behind. We got cars through the grass. That happened just out of camera view, but we see a lot of cars going slow. Hello, hello. I mean, this thing is... I have it set to the max gain, max volume, everything now.
Wait. Yep, that'll work.
Okay, cool.
Anyways, looking back on the wreck there, seems like the 7 cars involved, or the 07, I should... Number? I'm reading 7, I don't know what number he actually is.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and go
Danny
back
Barnes,
here.
23.
You said the 23 of Danny Barnes?
I think he was involved. It sounded like. The 27 is the cause of caution. That's going to be Corey Wright. Oh, a little bit of arc or brake complaining is what I was hearing. But the 27 coming up a little bit here, getting into that second line.
Oh my god. We see the number 4 do a fucking flip through the grass.
Yeah, and great awareness by Jeff Merck. I'm just looking back. If you want to watch his cockpit to, yeah, no kidding, Carl. But just looking back, we know he's lost his fast repair. Some very good awareness here to get into the brakes and avoid the double O, who was flipping around right in front of him.
Yeah, just keeping his car clean. Malik Ray gonna be leading this thing with Casey Sprinkle on his outside. Lights off, the pace truck. They're going to be going green this time by.
Malik Ray going to be picking the top this time on the restart. With Casey Sprinkle on his inside now for the start. Oh, look, we're officially halfway through this race, and as they're getting racked back up, ready to go green this time. Are there any drivers you think, have the best shot of winning out here?
I mean, it's hard not to bet on some of the guys that have been running up there near the front, beside, just Malik Ray, Casey Sprinkle. But, one person that I've been kind of keeping my eye on out here, the guy that's been looking to try to get the two-peat out here, Kevin, Daniel Falkenham. He started back around the 20th to 24th place, I want to say, to start the race. And he's made his way all the way back up into the top 10 in P7 as we are green once again. And what a jump for the outside line, Malik Ray, and then David Flanagan.
Malik Ray dropping back down in front of Casey Sprinkle. It's going to leave the top open to Flanagan. He's being pushed by Garrett Maines.
Seems it is Heath Job's bedtime. Everyone say goodnight to Heath Job. Lights are really shining bright out here now tonight, Kevin. Oh! And squirrely on the inside line is David Flanagan getting a little loose there. David gonna opt to go up there to that high line now. It's gonna leave room for Casey Sprinkle and Cameron Craighead. Casey gonna go up to the second line now. Casey Sprinkle now running the front of this race. Line. 24 laps to go. Now peeking into your top 20 on the grid. And over on the tower now. Third line starting to make its run.
Yeah, and it's moving with some serious speed.
And as much as I would love to watch the tail end of this race, the three wide front run action is a lot more exciting than single wide in the back, in my opinion. Oh boy, they're starting to get things rolling out here. They understood the message. We're getting ready to run this thing out.
Falkingham and Garrett Maines on the front row on the third line is definitely a dangerous combination. I think we should keep our eyes out for that.
We know that's where the speed can come from. Flanagan now going to take charge of the second line. Everybody else behind him now. Behind that three wide situation, going to be single file. As we see all the rest of the guys back there in the back trying to catch up and keep up. Josh McCullough, Kenny Reel, Corey Wright, and Richard Elliott trying their best to work together to catch up to the leaders as they are moving.
Oh,
Oh, and a big stack up on the front as we got a couple cars going below the line. They're all going to file back in and get things back in order, and a good save for the whole field to hold that one together.
yeah, huge save by Casey Sprinkle up there. And P8 to keep it straight. How about that outside line led by Freddie Basson as Nathan Harper, Malik Ray all up there. Or not Nathan Harper, I'm sorry. Daniel Falkingham, Malik Ray all up there. They're going to be working fast together.
For the most part, they've now they have fully plowed it back down to 2 wide throughout that front group.
Third line's being peeked at by Austin Green now, up there on the top. Only 2 cars though. Oh, as you see, Jared Haynes Nathan Harper taking a peek at it in the 03 of Kenny McCullough. And now they are moving as Austin Green is probably going to clear here. He is clear. Austin Green drops into the second line. Oh, and we're wrecking.
Oh boy,
McCullough,
we're bumping around bad. Oh, 55 sideways. He's up in the air.
We got a blowover, and
boy.
it's going to be Mike Davenport.
And we got the number 1 streaking through the grass. That's Joe Huerta, opting to do a little dirt derby to stay away from all the danger.
Yeah, and they were all kind of wrecking. And then Casey Sprinkle just comes down, and him and Kenny McCullough give the treatment to the 55 of Mike Davenport, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, we see Kenny getting loose right there, bumping around. Gets into the 24. Casey and Josh trying to power through it. Oh, and then they get into it. And there's the blowover. Overall, though, for what it was, in my opinion, relatively contained, Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely. Not bad at all. For what it was, that could have been a big incident. You know, these guys are fighting hard out here with not too many laps to go.
I mean, obviously unfortunate for the guys that were involved in it, but even those that were, I mean, it really didn't seem like it was that crazy of an incident altogether, in my opinion. And here come the pits. Everyone electing to come in and get some fuel or touch up on a little bit of repair damage. Austin Green going to be the first one in. As we see everyone else making their way through. And it's going to be Daniel Falkingham leading the charge on the way out here. I just realized Heath had to clarify that it wasn't his bedtime. And how about Christopher McCullough making the transfer up into second place?
Yeah, McCullough and Austin Green were working very well together on that third line. They were both able to get up there in good position and put themselves in a good position with just 18 laps to go out here, so A good run for the two of them.
And how about Daniel Falkingham up in the front, looking to make the repeat now. He's cycled his way all the way back from, I believe, 23rd or 22nd to start this race, all the way up to the front. Light is off the pace truck. They're going to be filing up too wide here, getting ready to go green this next time by. Everybody trying to catch up to the field here. Austin Green going to get his first taste of the front line here off this start. Going out of turn 4, we're getting ready to get this thing underway once again. Daniel Falkingham going to have the command here, and Christopher McCullough, my mistake, is going to be on his door. Going through the Geico restart, and here we go. Green, 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 once again.
Got 16 to go out here, and it's a good jump by Daniel Falkingham, but he chooses to stay down, not able to get clear. Was very briefly, but opted not to take it. So stay with Nathan Harper, who's going to give him a good push, but Christopher McCullough and Austin Green, who worked together great this last stint, are trying to get back to where they started, or back to where they left off, I should say. Oh!
Oh, Falkingham gets a little
Falkingham
loose.
Green.
That stucks up the line a little bit.
That outside line's lost a lot of momentum since they kind of beat it together a little bit. Daniel Falkingham's going to change that, though, as he hops out in front of Austin Green, and now they're going to get rolling. Falkingham clears down in front. Christopher McCullough. This is the spot Daniel Falkingham wants to be in at this point in the race to go back-to-back.
Right in the driver's seat. Give him a little bit of work around. If he can just get clear that second line, he can give him a block. Oh! But he gets a little loose there off of a push from the 94 of Christopher McCullough. They hold it together. And still retain the lead. There goes the block by Falkingham. He's going to take the speed of that second line. Not much speed going into the turn from that second line now. McCullough going to take charge there on the inside. Laps to go this time by. Looks like we're getting
Josh
a
Gambroni calling a Nathan Harper win.
Say, the little Harper prediction. He's currently sitting pretty in a P4 position right now in the old Chick-fil-A car.
And you know, Nathan Harper's team captain, John Darnell, probably wouldn't be too upset about that, though he's not out here tonight on the track. Christopher McCullough drops down to cover the inside line, whereas Austin Green is going to stay up high. Freddie Bassinez trying to get Austin Green up there, but it seems like right now the inside line's working a little bit better. $11 to go this time by. Sorry, 12 to go this time by.
Gotta wonder, Kevin, when is that third line gonna really start to make its run out here? When are the moves gonna start to be made?
Yeah, and you know, not only when is it gonna be made, but when or who on the second line is gonna try to block it or try to join it, because we know that's been a factor every time it's come out here tonight. Some blocking that slowed it down, as well as some guys picking it up to speed it up. So it's gonna be a very interesting line once it forms, and there's no doubt in my mind that it will form.
Falkingham going up to the second one. They've got a lot of speed.
Yeah, but Nathan Harper with a very good push to Chris McCullough. And that's going to even them out. Green and Harper both pushing their respective lines.
And they're about nose to nose here, getting ready to go on the back straightaway. Approaching some lap traffic. I think that's the 03 of Kenny McCullough.
That it is, and that's going to be...
Oh, and it's going to stack up the field a little bit.
Onto the third, but I think it's going to be one car up there on the third line. He's going to be able to sort it in.
Everybody else going to make their way around him. We're getting down to a single-digit lap counter here next time by, Kevin, and things are going to start to get interesting out here.
Yeah, it's been some good pushing from Chris McCullough into Daniel Falkingham this lap, as they both kind of just hugged that inside line and had a little bit of an advantage over Austin Green.
We see that third line start to be created now. We got two vehicles out there running it. Starting to make up some speed. Any more takers, they got to see it starting.
Josh McCullough's going to opt to go up there.
And no surprise there, Kevin. That seems to be his home. We find out there almost every night. He's trying to make it work up here. A little bit of a door action, yeah.
A little bit of rubbing racing.
You know, you got to expect it out here. We got 8 laps to go out here. And out here taking it easy no more.
No, absolutely not. We just saw a very, very, very precise transfer in off that high side.
That third line now, despite only being a singular vehicle now, Josh McCullough getting stranded out by himself. I was just about to comment on the speed they were creating there, but the 24 is going to leave him hanging out to dry.
Yeah, and I feel like once you get up towards the front, if you can find a spot to clear into that second line, it's not a bad choice to do so. However, it will kill the other guy up on that third line speed.
And unfortunate, they had a great run going there for a little while. Josh still trying to make it work, and who's that I see in his rear view mirror, Kevin? I think that's who I think it is. That's Kenny McCullough in his rear view mirror coming up there to support his teammate up there on the third line.
Oh, and speaking of McCullough's, Chris is
shaky in the
going to be
front.
forced low, trying to find his spot back on the track.
Trying to come back
He's
up.
going to be able to file back in behind Garrett Maines.
Oh, man. That could have been real dangerous there, Kevin.
Absolutely. With just a handful of laps out here, he didn't bleed too many positions. Seems like he lost 7 or 8 there as he's sitting fourth back on the inside line. But now that's going to leave Nathan Harper to push Daniel Falkingham, something we see all the time. The two of them work together very well. And if you're Freddie Bassinez, if you're Austin Green, that can't be what you want, you know?
No, and you see Josh and Kenny just trying to get things working on that third line. In desperate need of another vehicle up there with them.
They're slowly picking up cars, it seems. Or not cars, but slowly picking off cars.
They got a third
getting
one with
themselves
them
closer
now,
to the
looks
front.
like.
Yeah, they do.
Look at that. That third line's starting to form. They're getting a little bit of support. Now they're up there contesting for the lead. You know, I'd just like to point out up there, Kevin, look at the front left of Josh's quarter panel.
Beat up?
Well, you know, I would say it's beat up, but I actually, if you can see his nose up there, going into this turn, you'll probably be able to see it just a little bit better. Well, actually, you won't be able to see it because it isn't there.
Interesting.
So as you can
Regardless,
see, suffering a little bit of damage. Joshua McCullough leading that third line, but still running strong.
the pits are starting. We just saw a
Four
couple come in.
more
I
laps
think
to
the rest
go.
of the field is going to try to stretch it as long as they can.
Ooh, tough to
But
say.
I see some hands out the window. We are going to see another pit here, Luke.
Oh, man, and that's
I
going to
don't
make
think-
for an exciting ending if it stays green.
Yeah, and I just don't imagine anybody's going to be able to run this thing to the end on fuel. It was like a 15 lap window, and these guys had about 18 laps on it, so definitely going to have to come in here. I imagine this time by, we're going to see some excitement.
And you know, Kevin, it's not very often you see single file or two wide racing out here at Daytona with just 4 measly laps to go. And here's the split. Half the field comes in, half the field stays out. Falkingham leading the first group coming into the pits. Freddie Bassinez leading the group staying out. Everybody else rushing to try to get around the track to make their way in.
Yeah, Maines, Wright, Wingo, Bassinez, Hennings all staying out. And they're single file now, seeing if they can pick off some more time before they have to come in. And right as I say that, they go back to 2 wide.
There goes the second group, making their way out of the pits now, led by Falkingham. Group still in the front right now, making their way through turns 3 and 4. You see the second group making their way out of the pits going into turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, and I imagine here comes the rest of the guys because we see some sputtering already.
Oh, they're going to stay out one more.
Staying out one more
Oh,
time.
boy. 2
Doing
more
what
to
they
go.
can.
They might try to run this one out. Corey Wright leading the front of this group. Garrett Maines behind him and Freddie Bassinez. All doing what they can to try to make it around.
I got a feeling somebody's going to try it, Luke. Nobody
Somebody's
wants to come in the pit, come into the white.
No one's going to want to. Corey Wright leading the group. The decision's going to happen now. They're getting ready to go out of turn 4. Any takers before the white flag? No one's going to want it. No one's coming in. It's going to be a drag race here for the end. White flag, this time by. And there's the third line immediately. They get the memo. This is it. And they're trying to make the run now. The number 4, Brock Westmoreland, with like a shot out of a cannon being pushed by Kenny McCullough. They're on a run. And they're going to dust all the guys behind them.
Oh, I think Freddie Bassinez is out of fuel.
Oh, no.
Oh,
and we see the field slowing and trying to get around. Kenny McCullough pushing Brock Westmoreland. But here comes the 74 of Brian Hennings and John Ward. They're going up to the second line. They got a bunch of speed.
Out.
They're making a run. He's out of fuel. No, it's John Ward. They're wrecking like shit. Richard Elliott's going to make the pass. And he's going to steal it.
Oh, John Ward ran out. Brock Westmoreland ran out.
Oh,
Everyone just sputtering at the line. And Richard Elliott gets his team into victory lane. With Michael Barksdale on his team, John Ward on his team.
Oh, man. What a win for Richard Elliott.
Yeah, what a strategic win. What a well-played race for him. It's going to be Richard Elliott, Brian Hennings, Kyler Wynn bringing up your podium.
I want to go and watch one little cockpit cam here, maybe, of Richard Elliott here on this last lap. Let's just see what that looked like from his point of view going to the white flag. So they're getting ready to go to the white flag out of turns 3 and 4 here. So you can see sitting in the back of the pack right now, everybody's low on fuel. You can hear him in the engine lifting as much as he can. Really trying to play off of the speed as he can, just not wanting to be on that gas. Here's where the guys behind him run out of fuel. He's just running single file here, trying to make as much speed as he can. There's the move by Warden Westmoreland. There's the fuel, and he just runs it. Wow.
Did he have enough gas for a burnout is my question here.
It didn't sound like it, seeing as how he left pretty quickly after hitting that grass. Either way, an exciting win for Richard Elliott. His team has got to be happy after that one.
Absolutely, and I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get him on over here and maybe learn a thing or two about fuel saving out here.
Oh yeah, and look at the fireworks going off out here at this beautiful, beautiful lit up Daytona night track. As the official results, or unofficial results, going to go ahead and show on screen.
Hey, Richard, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, we got to talk about this one. What an exciting race. We got the memo very shortly before the first group came in that you guys were going to have to maybe stop. I was surprised that so many didn't try to stay out. And then, you know, it was a nail-biter there on the white flag to see who could get to the line, and you were able to get there first. You want to talk us through it?
Yeah, me and John are on the same team. We were sitting there talking, and I don't know, I think I was about 0.4 short when we started that last run, and they kind of slowed the pace down a little, and John was a little shorter than me, and we were just going to try and go no matter what. And so on that last deal, I had enough just to get to the line when we started trying to pass them on the outside. And it died right at the line. Everybody ran out. So good strategy. Got lucky. You know, all the above.
Absolutely, a great strategy. I gotta ask, you were running 25th before any of the pits started. Was it always just kind of, you know, fuel saving, staying in the back there, or was this a decision you guys made, you know, coming down towards the last 5-10 laps?
Yeah, when we had that last stop, we came back in, and or did we top off on that one? I don't even remember now. I know we topped off, and that got us back in the whatever 25th or whatever. At that point, we still had one more stop, and we knew we were going to have to run it out. And it was strategy. Kind of the last two stops was trying to maximize the fuel, try to get to the end.
Absolutely. Well, a well-played strategy for you getting your team into the playoffs here. I'm sure they're as happy as you are with tonight's results. Congratulations. Anyone like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Yeah, Kenny to putting this on, y'all for broadcasting it, my teammates, John Ward and Sean Corbett. Corbett wasn't here tonight, so we had Barksdale sub for him. He was in there with us tonight. Yeah, everybody, it was a pretty clean race, so shout out to everybody that raced tonight.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate it. And congratulations, Richard.
Thank you.
That was Richard Elliott able to get the MMS Little Dog Big Dog Series checkered flag out here in race number 3 to bring his team into the playoffs. Next up, I want to get your second place finisher, Brian Hennings, in here and see if he was kind of, sitting in the same situation on fuel, maybe even had a little bit more. See what he has to say. Hey, Brian, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, man, what an interesting finish to that race. It was definitely a strategy run there. I gotta ask, was it right down to the wire? Did you have enough fuel to go maybe even into turn 1 there, or were you guys just that close?
Yeah, I double pit with Ward and a bunch of others on that last caution, and I sputtered as soon as I got around Brock when he ran out. It seems like I started sputtering, and I saw Richard coming. I'm like, if I block him, I'm just gonna wreck him and wreck us, and I'd probably get an EOL. So nothing I could do. I was sputtering coming to the line.
Absolutely. Well, a very well played strategy for the two of you guys to get up there and get the 1-2. This kind of gives you guys some momentum. Looking forward on the Little Dog Big Dog schedule. Next week we are going to Talladega in the Gen 6s. What do you feel about the Gen 6s?
Well, we've been running them like crazy over in PGR when we had the 499 going. So yeah, plenty of experience with it. So we'll see how it goes. But this series is you ain't first, you're last. You win and you're in. So P2 is nice. Yeah, I'll take a little bit of cash. I don't really care about the cash, but you got to win in this series to be in the championship. So came up just a little short. We'll see how we do next week.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate it, Brian. Anyone like to shout out before we get you out of here?
You guys for the broadcast, I'll definitely go take a look when I get a chance. My one teammate Harper, since our team captain's not showing up, Darnell, and yeah, my buddies over at VRX, and wishing Kevin and Teresa well, and my wife and daughter, and hello, Paul. Good night.
We appreciate it, Brian. Congratulations on second out here.
Thanks. Have a good one.
That was Brian Hennings getting P2 in a strategy-ridden race. Let's get your third place finisher, Kyler Wynn, in here. The only guy finishing in the podium that we really talked about a good bit tonight because he was up there towards the front. Hey, Kyler, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yep. Sit on.
Hey, man, what a race, what a finish. We weren't totally sure what the strategy was going to be with you guys. When we saw guys coming in on 56, 57, we thought everyone was going to try to come in and take a pit here. And then we saw some guys staying out. You want to talk us through the decision there and the strategy you played to get yourself into a good finishing spot?
Yeah. I didn't know it was a fuel saving race until it went green. I looked at my fuel and saw I was about a lap and a half short. So it seems savable. It's hard to save fuel in the truck. But with how slow the pack was going there at the end, I was able to make it. I unfortunately I wasn't able to race it for it because I didn't come in to top off. The people up front were the ones who topped off, and I wouldn't have gotten a cash spot if they didn't die in front of me. So luckily that happened.
Yeah, I gotta ask, on that last pit stop, you said you didn't know until it was green. Did you come in for the double pit?
No,
or just the first time around?
No, I had no clue it was a full race, so I didn't come in the pit, unfortunately.
Well, that's even more impressive. You're able to get to the checkered flag there because both Richard and Brian said that they came in for the double. But looking forward, I mean, I know you're a fan of the Gen 6s, so I'm not even going to ask that, but do you think you're going to be able to put yourself in a winnable spot next week at Talladega in the Gen 6?
Well, we'll see. I mean, you just gotta survive. That's all it is. I think if I survive the race, I have a pretty good shot. With all my teammates and all. But yeah, I think Brian mentioned it in his interview. Like, it doesn't mean all you gotta do is win in this series. So we're just looking for a dub. I mean, P3 is nice, but ideally, I want to win.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Well, congratulations on getting some cash at least. Anyone like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Yeah, my teammates Chase and Axel, they both ran to the field. Or Chase internet dropped out, and then Axel ran to the field there. Thank you to them. Factory subs in the car. You guys for broadcasting, and just shout out to Richard Elliott for getting it up. Congrats to him.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on a P3 out here, Kyler. We look forward to probably talking to you again soon out here.
Yeah, hopefully.
That was Kyler Wynn getting it done in P3 out here. As you heard from him, though, he wants a win, Luke. How much can a win be stressed in a league like this?
I mean, when it comes down to a playoff spot and a team playoff spot at that, I mean, it really is crucial, in my opinion. I mean, it can make or break the season, and it can make or break your success out here. And a good job for those up there in the front spots to, get the cash spots, but, they're all hunting for that win. And a good job for Richard Elliott out there to get that one done. And overall, an exciting race for us to watch in general. What were your thoughts, Kevin?
Absolutely. I love the trucks. I love Daytona. I knew it was going to be a great one. And, I don't mind these fuel runs where you never know what's going to happen in these last 5 laps of the race. So I think it was a great race. All 60 laps had me on the edge of my seat. But looking forward, Luke, there's another racing series I think we want to talk about a little bit.
Yeah, we do, Kevin. We got a pretty exciting announcement out here for Ninth Gear. We started this off as a small little racing team between just the two of us, and it's expanded into a broadcasting network, and now it's I think we're about time to take that step further, and we're now running the Kevin, you want to go and get the announcement out there? I think you got this one covered.
Yeah, how about the Ninth Gear Classic Gen 4 series we're going to be running? It's a free entry series. There's going to be prizes at the end of the season to the winner and possibly the winning team. We haven't talked this over yet, but the first race is September 5th. Lobby opens at 9 p.m. EST, as you can see on the screen. It's all Gen 4. We got a 16-race schedule of all sorts of different tracks. I mean, you name it, we got it. We're going to be starting at Daytona, though, so thought the guys over here watching this stream might be interested in that. I know we got some Daytona fans here, but good to see how this does. The Ninth Gear Classic alongside Loveridge Motorsports. They're helping us out with it. Shout out Loveridge Motorsports Paints. I think it's going to be a fun one. You see 13052 is the league ID, and the Discord is displayed on the screen. I will also put that Discord in the chat right now for those interested in joining. Once again, no entry fee. It's just come on out and race with us.
Yeah, and once again, we are very, very excited to announce the Ninth Gear Racing Association. Links to the Discord and stuff are going to be there. All the races, of course, are going to be broadcasted by yours truly and all the other guys over here. All going to be running this thing and hopefully looking to take this thing to the next step and having a fun community and some exciting races to come out here. But alongside of what we got going on, Kevin, what else we got coming up this next week?
Schedule's pretty clear. Obviously, we don't have that for a little while. Starting September 5th, we might try to sneak in a preseason race if we get some interest. But other than that, we got MMS next Wednesday. We're going to be going back to Talladega, thank God. And it's going to be in the Gen 6s, which I can't drive worth a shit, Luke. So I think it's going to be a fun one to watch. It's always a fun one to watch. Watch the professionals. Show me how it's done out here. Same time next Wednesday. I think that's all we got on the schedule, though, Luke, if you want to close us out.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, Kevin. And, as always, it was an exciting race. Thanks to Kenny and the rest of the McCulloghs and all the other guys that are a part of this thing for putting this thing on and letting us come up here and goof around on the mic. And, big thanks to the drivers out here for getting her done and giving us an exciting race to watch. And thanks to all the viewers for coming out here and watching and supporting us. Once again, go ahead and click the Discord link down in the chat down there to join our new Discord server at our new racing league. And as Jimmy Crow would say, fuck the hate.